Hey guys, welcome to my 39th week pregnancy vlog. Today is Monday, April Fool's Day, April 1st, or otherwise known as my due date. And as you can see, or maybe can't, but no baby. I'm still pregnant, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed a little bit. Well, quite a bit. I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that, he probably won't be here today, and he'll come when he's ready, and that's really all I can say about that. When he's ready, he'll come. Just kind of a quick update to let you guys know what's going on. Tomorrow I'll have an OB appointment, and we'll be checking my progress. So hopefully there'll be at least something that I can report back for next week if no baby. And then if no baby next week, or this week, we'll be meeting again for an ultrasound to check on him and make sure everything's okay on April 8th. So that's what's up with 40 weeks. Now on to 39 weeks, what this vlog is actually about. So 39 weeks. Not my best week. I was feeling okay pregnancy-wise. Feeling great now pregnancy-wise, but I've been sick. I was getting sick. I am sick, sort of. I'm feeling better, but I was getting sick last Sunday, and this whole week I've been battling a really bad cold, really bad. On Monday night, it was when I really started getting super sick and just feeling absolutely miserable. And it also started then my 3-day streak of 7 hours in like 3 days. Yeah. I literally woke up every 15 minutes for 3 nights straight. I'm not even kidding. I would look at the clock and it would be like right around like 13 to 15 minutes since I had fallen asleep the time before. And I was so frustrated. I don't know if it was a combination of my new kind of like light mommy sleepiness. I'm not, like I said before, I'm normally was at least a heavy sleeper, and I could sleep through many things. Like I even slept through a tornado alarm. You know what I'm saying, the sirens. Yeah, I've slept through that before. I've slept through thunderstorms. I'm a heavy sleeper normally. But since being pregnant, I've become lighter and lighter of a sleeper. But I think it's a combination of being sick and dealing with kind of the pregnancy sleep, pre-mommy sleep, stuff that's going on. When I would fall asleep, when I would try to go to sleep, when you're laying down, you're just so congested and you feel like you can't breathe. And I kind of got like panicky, where it feels like I literally don't think I can breathe, and I would wake up and kind of gasp at, in the middle of the night. And that's a scary feeling, and it definitely gave me a lot of anxiety. And I knew obviously I'd probably be fine, but when you're sick and sleep deprived and you're just not in the right state of mind, and there would be periods of time where I'd be awake for like an hour straight before I even actually got my 15 minutes of sleep. It was horrible. And on top of that, I had to work full time, except Tuesday I did call in. I was hoping that I would get some sleep. I thought my baby, clearly what's on my mind, but I was hoping that maybe I could sleep in and heal myself. So it was kind of like this perpetual cycle, which I wasn't able to like really heal myself because I wasn't able to take anything that would normally take like decongestants. You really can't take any decongestants when you're pregnant. They're not safe, or not recommended, I guess. So I would normally take that if I wasn't pregnant to help me sleep, at least to try to get to bed. And I wasn't able to take that, so I wasn't able to get comfortable in my bed. First of all, because I'm pregnant. Second of all, because I can't breathe. And then I couldn't sleep I couldn't stay asleep to give my body the rest and the healing that it needed, and it still needs, because I'm still clearly sick, but I am better, and I have been sleeping better. But just like those first Monday, Tuesday, Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night were horrible. And I just broke down crying. I'm like, I can't deal with this. I can't be sick and pregnant. And at the same time, I wanted my baby to come. I just was like an emotional wreck. And I wanted him to come, and like, he's never gonna come, and I don't want him to come either. It was just like this weird, like, just crazy pregnant, hormonal, sleep deprived, sick lady. I just was not in my right state of mind. On Tuesday, I went to my doctor's appointment even though I was still not feeling well, but I was determined. I actually even went outside and I went on a walk. I was trying to get some fresh air, but I was also trying to get walking to see if I can get some progress with dilation and effacement, and I actually started getting contractions. I was like, oh wow, maybe this is jumpstart labor. But as soon as I stopped walking, contractions went away. And I went to my appointment that night, and I was just like, I'm really hoping for some progress. Doctor did my cervical check, and she's like, well, unfortunately, no dilation, and you really haven't made any, progress as far as effacement. I was like 30%, I think she said it. She didn't say it to me, but she kind of said it to herself, 30% effaced. And I guess that doesn't really mean much, because you have to be 100% effaced to be in labor, and you have to be dilated. So I was really disappointed, and I was feeling sick, and I also, I think I forget to mention this. I don't think I have mentioned it. My blood pressure is usually up when I go in. Not super high, but in the high 130s. Was in the 140s, but my bottom number is always pretty reasonable, in 90 or something like that, in 89, 90. So they usually have me just lay down in the bed for about 5 minutes on my left hand side, and it goes down, and it did go down, and so they weren't concerned, but that has been happening probably since I've been going in for my weekly visits, and I think I've been forgetting to mention that, which I don't know why, because it's kind of part of something I would normally share. But yeah, so that visit, on my way out, she's trying to give me some encouragement. She's like, you probably don't want to go into labor anyways if you're sick, because you are going to have a hard time breathing through your contractions. And she made a really good point, and I knew that. I really don't want to start off on the wrong foot with labor. It's going to be hard, and I don't want to be extra weak during that time, and also, I don't want, to be dealing with my newborn baby when I'm sick. So she made a perfectly valid point, but it just, at this point, I'm irrational. Like I said, sleep deprived, and, I want my baby. I want my baby. I really want him here. So, it was kind of like a depressing visit, and I just wasn't feeling good. And so on Wednesday, I kind of had it up to here with not being able to sleep, and still knew I had to go to work because I didn't want to use more time off that I can be using once my baby is here for maternity leave or FMLA leave. And I went to Walgreens. I'm like, okay, I brought my medicine list. There's something I can take. I've got to take something. I need to be able to breathe so I can go to sleep at the very least. So I went there, and pretty much everything that I found was something to help if you have a cold, but more so if you have a cough. You really can't take decongestants when you're sick. There's nothing really that's safe that they recommend. So I was kind of wandering the pharmacy for a long time, and kind of oh, what am I gonna do? Then I stopped by an end cap, and I see a eucalyptus oil. I was like, oh yeah, I can put that in my vaporizer. So I purchased that, brought it home, and then I read the bottle, and it said you can use it in a bath. Use 2 to 3 drops, or 1 to 3 drops in your bath. So I was like, oh, that sounds really nice. I can take a nice hot bath, and with the eucalyptus oil, help me to decongest and relax my muscles. And so I start the bath, and not hot. I didn't take a hot bath. let me go back here. I take like a pretty warm bath, but not so hot where I can't just get right in, where I feel like I, really have to ease in. I get right in, and it's not too hot. Anyways, so I put the drops in, and I get in. Probably about 2 minutes later, I start feeling a burning on my skin. Not super, super strong, but I'm like, this does not feel right. I probably should not be feeling this, especially during pregnancy. Like, this is not right. So I quickly like showered off, so I would get that off of my body, and then I decided, I'm like, well, I better look this up and find out what's going on. I know eucalyptus is, menthol-y type of feeling, kind of that tingly feeling, but I better double check. So I look online, and I see all of these warnings. Do not take when you're pregnant. Do not take when you're nursing. And I can't believe that I did not look beforehand. Like, I'm the person that researches the crap out of everything and scares myself. I can't believe I didn't do that, but I just clearly have not been in the right state of mind. And I felt so horrible that I put myself in jeopardy, and put the baby in jeopardy. I mean, I don't know if I really did, but I could have. And I was reading online that it said like a very small amount, something like 3 milliliters or 3 ml, like, is possibly toxic, and you can get eucalyptus poisoning. And I was looking up all the signs, and I'm freaking out, and my husband comes home, and I tell him what happens. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't believe I did this. Well, he's like, calm down, you're probably fine. And then I told him what the symptoms are. He's like, you don't have that. He's like, you're just sick. He's like, you're not, one of the symptoms was like having like pupils shrunk down to like pins, kind of like pinpoint, and other things were like headaches and feeling like you can't breathe. But I already felt like that because I was sick, but nothing like, it was not anything extreme. And then he's like, well, are you feeling the baby move? I'm like, yes, I'm feeling him move. And he's like, well, try not to be too concerned, but if something's going on, then just call. And I thought about it. I'm like, oh, should I go down to labor and delivery? And, should I do that? I'm like, no, I'm just going to try and relax and see how I'm really feeling and make sure that the baby's moving. And he's actually moving a lot, so it did reassure me. But I was not able to sleep again for a long time because I was so worried. I'm like, come and check on me and make sure that I'm waking up to check on the baby. And of course I was awake anyways, I just couldn't sleep. So thank God everything is fine, but I'm sure most of you are smart enough to look at the warning labels and read about what you're doing, especially before you're pregnant. But I advise you, please, any herb, any medication, anything, you really should research beforehand. And I was so really just not smart to do that, and I just really don't think I would normally do that if I wasn't so sick and just out of my mind without sleep. But I just could kick myself for doing that, and I know there's worse things, and thank God it didn't turn out badly for us. But yeah, I just highly advise you, any herbal things. I think herbal things are great, and I always prefer them over like medications if possible, but make sure you really read up on that stuff because there's less research in general, and also, there's just more possibilities for interactions. So, it did make me feel better. It did help me relax, like, eventually, which is, yeah, but don't do that when you're pregnant. Yeah, I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna put it in my vaporizer. I didn't put that in there. I just had my vaporizer with just water, and I did eventually get to sleep a little probably better than the other nights, but still not very well, especially after that. Yeah, so I've been taking Emergency, and that's all I've been taking. There are times when I felt really kind of feverish. I did take some Tylenol, but I only took it twice, I think, and it did help, like, with my headaches, and I did have some body aches, but I didn't have a fever. I just felt like I had a fever. I felt feverish and sweaty and out of it, so I think it's just been a bad cold, and because my body can't rest, I I can't really heal, and that's why I'm still sniffly and sick. But yeah, emergency is perfectly safe from what I've been told by my doctor, but you should always check with your doctor for any of this stuff. It's very important. You do not want to deal with, possibly losing your baby or, any problems that medication interactions can cause. I mean, you just never know. So yeah, I've been taking emergency, and that's it. I'm still doing my pregnancy tea, and I've also, and in case you didn't see, I noticed my annotation didn't show up when I was watching my iPad, so I don't know if it's an iPad thing or what, but I did put the pregnancy tea information below in the 38th week pregnancy vlog, so if you're interested in knowing about that and finding what tea it was, I do have the information in the info box on 38 weeks. So I've been still drinking that, probably like 2 cups a day. And I have been trying other induction stuff, like more pineapple. I've been doing walking, and last night I was cleaning. That was just like my nesting thing though too, and I was on my hands and knees scrubbing the floor, and definitely been trying to naturally induce. I've been trying also pressure points. There's a pressure point here that you can press on for like 30 seconds, and it's supposed to, start bringing on contractions. I haven't noticed anything, and there's other things that are like on your feet. There's some YouTube videos on it. If you Google acupressure for pregnancy induction, natural pregnancy induction, it'll tell you about that, but as always, check with your doctor. I'm just saying what I did, and I did ask my doctor about that, and she didn't seem that it was going to be a big deal, but that he'll come when he comes. I mean, pretty much what everybody says and what I know. So I've been trying those things. So far, nothing besides those contractions that I have when I was walking. And I'm not going to try anything extreme beyond, those basic types of things. I wouldn't be trying castor oil personally, or the coffee potty, as I mentioned in my previous vlog. I won't be trying those things. No. So if I do go past, I am obviously going to be past my due date, clearly. Well, not clearly, I guess there's still time, but I don't think I'm going to be going on my due date. So, this weekend I was starting to feel better, and I was kind of hoping that baby would come on the 30th. Both my niece and I thought maybe he would come then, and that date came and went, and clearly no baby, and had a great weekend, or Easter day yesterday with my family, and I'm glad, and I'm trying really hard to enjoy this time before he comes, but it's just I know that I'm going to appreciate my freedom once he's here. I'm going to be like, well, I should have appreciated those moments. But I just am so focused on him. I'm so ready for him, and I'm just waiting for my life to change when he's here, and I'm so excited. And I'm sure if any of you have been in this situation before, and probably many of you are approaching this situation, you're going to know, and you know what I'm saying. You just can't wait to hold your baby and meet him and just fall in love with your baby. And I'm a first-time mom, so I'm just really looking forward to that love, that bond, that thing that you don't even know what you know. You don't even know how you're going to feel when he's here. And I know everybody says that, and I know it's going to be just such a special time, that a special bond and a special thing that will never be, broken, and you'll never feel the same, and I'm just really looking forward to it. It's scary. It is scary, but more so than being afraid, I'm really looking forward to it, and we're ready for him. We've been talking to him and saying he can come when he's ready, because we're waiting for you, and hopefully this will be my last pregnancy vlog, and if not, I will be here with my update next week, and who knows, maybe I can be here earlier with another update with baby. I don't know. I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, so either way, you'll be hearing from me with either a 40-week, verging on 41 week pregnancy vlog, or you'll see me in another update. So thank you for watching. Oh, sorry, never mind. one moment. Let me show you my belly. I almost forgot. I was all ready to sign off here. So there he is. I feel like it's still high up there, but I have been feeling some movements down below here, more so than I did previously the last few days. So we'll see. You never know when and where it will happen, but this is the belly. It's hopefully my last belly shot here, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys later.